Okay, part 3. I apologize. I'm super dirty because I did some crazy shit today. So, back to the rest of the cutting out. Remember, I wanted to add a 1/4 inch because of this thickness. The alder is milled differently, so it's a little bit thicker. This one, the poplar we use at Home Depot. Because remember, I'm trying to use this Home Depot wood, so you don't have to go out to a specialty shop and find different wood. You can just go to Home Depot and do what I do. So I want this bumped up because there's going to be another layer on top of this for the inlaying, so it's actually going to be really a nice edge there. It's not going to be so great if it's way down here. Okay, I want it. I need that extra oomph. Okay. So what I'm going to do is we're going to. Remember, we did this piece. We did this piece. We did all the hinges. Now we're going to do. We're going to do 7/8 wide. We're going to rip. Would be 5, but I need 5 per table, so I need a lot. And then we're also going to do 5 this 1/4 inch stuff. Now, if you remember, why we need to do 7/8? Because we want to make sure that this has room. Now, this is not 7/8. This is just whatever was laying around the shop. But you see what I mean? You know, it's going to be around here somewhere. If we do not do that and we use this, this is too thin. Okay, I mean, it's barely there. So, so for the overall look, you're gonna have the edge, you're gonna have a side, but it's gonna be this tall. And then remember, there's another layer going on top of that, which we're gonna have to explain later. So for this material, I use that MDF. I have this laying around the shop, so I have a lot of scraps. Unfortunately, you're not gonna have a lot of scraps around the shop. You're probably gonna have to get a 4x8 sheet. Or just use something, you know, at the 1/4 inch that you can put on the slot with everything else. Here we go. I'm going to buzz. I need to buzz 5 per, so I'm going to be buzzing set at 7/8. I'm going to be sawing that for a little while. And then after that, we'll be tooling the one more part today. All right, man. I got a lot of going, so go watch a video or something. Wait. Don't not watch my video, but you mean, you know, have on something else watch another video. All right. And why isn't my thing working? Are we on? Hope you can hear me, but if you can't hear me, hopefully you saw. Okay, I didn't see the need to do all those. If I need to do more, I'll do more. So basically, what we have now is you have an under part, just to bump that up to where I wanted it to be. Originally, remember if it was alder is a little bit wider on the milling, so you can skip this step by just basically making it an inch. So, but anyway, so we had to do 2 parts on this piece, no big deal. One more part to go. Let me peel this out of the way. Alright, so the next part we're doing is we want to do 1 1/8. I don't think I actually want to do 1 1/8, but maybe like 1 3/16. You know, not quite 8, just a little bit smaller. And we're gonna go with the same 3/16 thickness. I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try and buzz that. We'll see what happens. I'm gonna get it as small as possible, but at the same time, it's not gonna break. So I'm gonna start off with cutting out the 1 3/16. We'll do a test piece, see what that looks like next with the roundel, and if we like it, we'll just keep going. Wait, what was I talking about? Not 1 3/16. Sorry. 1 3/32. Yeah, let's put it on 3/16. Like, what? That's way too big. Yeah, 3/32. Okay, here we go. Alright, let's take a look what we got here. Look at our build up now. We have the piece 1. We're going to add this piece here. And this on the side. It's just... Yeah, I might want to go, just let me get the roundel here. You might want to go full 1 1/8. Let me see. No, I think we'll do this exactly how we have it. Let's see, we'll do 1. You don't want the roundels difficult to get out because it's too deep. I'm trying to think. I can't remember how mine is at home. I can't remember. Okay, we're gonna. Dang, I wish I could remember how mine was. No, mine's bigger than this. It is. Yeah. Alright, we're just gonna keep it as is. I don't want to go too big, and at least here you can still go from the side and you can still grab it. Now remember, we're going to do all the inlays, so it's going to be, you know, that's why I'm saying when, dude, that what I told you, after we added the quarter, you know, we added more. So like actually this actually is, you know, a lot closer to the frame here. so that step isn't, it's not as shallow as it looks. It's actually not like that. So it's got a nice edge. Now we're gonna mill this down to be very thin. We're gonna do that next. I just want to confirm that this is the size I want. Gotta make a decision here, huh? Gotta make a decision. All right, I'm just taking up time on the camera here. Pull my pants up. Ugh. Okay, let's go ahead and let's just do it. Let's just do it. I guess more downtime for you. I'm gonna blast the remaining of these to this. And then what we're going to do is hopefully when we mill these down, we're going to get about 4 out of them, maybe less because of the saw blade, maybe 3 out of them. So remember, and this is the same thing, you need 5 per, so 5 per table. When I keep saying per, I mean like, 5, like 8 feet-ish, 7 or 8 feet. You can have a little bit extra, but you want a little bit extra in case you screw up on the miters. So if I get 3 each per rib, I should have enough here. Yeah, I got plenty of material. Plenty of material. I don't even think I need a grip glass cord, but we will anyways, just because I want to come back to there. All right, go time. This one actually came out. This is kind of what I'm going for. This thickness is kind of what I want to shoot for. So let's go ahead and do that now. Now we're going to set the saw, and we're going to go this way, and like I said, that's about the thickness I'm going to try to get. We'll see what happens. Got one board left. That's cool because I'm sure along the lines I'm going to need more of this. Maybe it's triple that or it's triple this. So really cool with that. So let's set the saw. Man, how much? This is almost what I want. What is this? This is, yeah, it's 332. It's the same thing as this went up, so it's perfect. Let's try it 2 halves. Sawing like this gets a little sketchy, so be careful. It's a little sketchy indeed. So just like I said, be careful. All right, here we go. of sketchy. What I like to do is I just cut as far as I can. What I can do is I go to the chop saw, cut it off. Yeah, each one gets a little smaller, but you don't need any that are this long, so don't matter. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna leave that flame. We're gonna flip it. We'll do the same thing. Put it on a chop saw, and hopefully we get another one out of it. And remember, you only need like 5 of these, but unfortunately I need like 25, so it's gonna take me a little bit. So if you see me go back and forth, you should think as I go to the chop saw, and then we're just gonna chop it. These are gonna come off, and we'll do it again. So it looks like we're ready to get 3 per. So cool for you. You only got to do 2 of these strips, and you got your actually have 6. So you're good to go. All right, chop saw time. So real quick, while I have you there. Remember, we have a side, okay? We'll drop this up to be 1 inch. And now the next piece is this here, okay? So take a closer look at that. What are we doing? This is what we're making, okay? You see it's got the little piece here. Why? Because this is where the rounders are going to go when we do all of our inlaying here for these pieces here, okay? So you can see from the beginning, there it is, there's the drawing, and here's the piece, okay? So that's what we're doing. So like I said, it's going to take me a while to blast through all this. And quite honestly, that's the only thing I'm going to do on the video. Okay, so there's no reason for me to blast through it all and then to stop the video and say, okay, goodbye. We're just going to say, okay, goodbye right now. And then next, we're going to start putting all this crap together. It's going to be awesome. It's going to be wicked. I'm just going to sit here and I got to blast through all this crap making these pieces here. So, I'm not sure when the next video will be. Let's go with the day after tomorrow. Maybe I'll do it tomorrow, maybe I won't. All right, guys, that's it. Take care, and we'll talk soon. Bye-bye. Okay, this next part is actually going to take me quite a bit of time. I know I ended the video already, but I decided I'm going to add this segment just a little bit in the end. Basically, it's going to take me hours to do what we got to do. So I'm just going to do one and show you. I'm going to cut the feed, and then there's something else I got to do, which I probably won't do till tomorrow because these are going to dry, and I'll do the same thing. So we're still on video 3, but I'm going to do a segment today and a segment tomorrow. I'm going to put it all together for one video instead of having to go back and forth. And I'm trying to cut off some of the you watch me tool time. So for this segment, what we're going to need, and when I say this segment, we're still on 3. Like I said, we're going to put this together, and then we're going to do some more tomorrow. We're going to need, obviously, you're going to need some glue, and you're going to need a pin nailer with 5/8 nails. Okay, it's got to be important. You don't want to get too big because otherwise we're going to shoot through our piece. Okay, we don't want to be overshooting. The piece itself is only 1 inch, but it'll shoot through the 1/4 inch material pretty easy. So it'll probably go, it's going to go about right there. So you can say you don't want to go too much further. You can probably get away with 3/4, but you don't want to go 1 inch. Anyways, 5/8, and this is what we're gonna do. You're gonna make yourself just basically a jig, just so you don't have to, or basically we're just gonna glue these. Remember you're gonna have like 5 of these, and you're gonna have like 5 of these. Okay, this isn't gonna take you very long, but I have like 25, so it's gonna take me a little bit longer. Remember, mine are in pieces just because I use scrap around the shop, but you'll more than likely have pieces that will just fit on the board 100%. So basically, you're just gonna lay down some glue. Don't put a lot of, you wanna put enough glue, but you don't wanna have it seeping out the sides, otherwise it's gonna get over this material here. You don't want the glue all over this because then you have to get it off of this. So, just go in here, just put a little bit of glue. Like I said, this is just to squeeze it together while you're nail, so you don't have to sit there with your hands and be like, ooh, trying to do a nail, and you push it back together, you know what I mean? Okay, let's do one real quick. I'm gonna shut this feed, and then I'm gonna be here for hours doing this. It doesn't have to be a lot, because this really isn't doing anything structurally. It's just kind of bumping this up to be 1 inch tall like I want it. Now you might even skip this step. You might have, thought this is sufficient height for what we're doing, and you don't care about adding the extra height to it. But me, I do care about the extra height. So it doesn't have to be perfect. Don't worry about trying to line it up. Because we're gonna be cutting it off anyways. So basically, that's it. Air compressor is probably gonna come on, so you may or may not hear what I say, but you can see what I'm doing. We're just gonna every so often squeeze, nail, squeeze, nail. It's a no-brainer here, especially if you use these guides. Now you have these pieces because this was the first step that we cut out. So just keep them around. Make things easy on yourself. Like I said, you'll be doing that like 5 times, but me, I have a lot. So there's our 1 inch piece now. Now what we're gonna do is just let this set up. I'm gonna do all these, let it set up, come back tomorrow, and we'll put on the next piece. So that's it. We'll pop back in the camera tomorrow to add in the next piece. All right, man, bye-bye. Okay, continuing on video 3. It's another day. These have dried since we did these yesterday, where we glued the 2 pieces together to make this 1 inch. Now we need to put the next piece on, which are these strips that we did. We're just gonna nail it to the side of here, glue and nail. So this time we're gonna double tack because we don't want this sliding around. So it'll be 2, 2, 2. Again, we're using the 23 gauge 5/8 nails. Remember, don't do a lot of glue because you don't want it seeping out the bottom. In addition to, make sure you have a really flat surface. So as you're going, you can, remember, you can push down, push down, push down. Remember, we don't care about these uneven edges here because when we're all done assembling these pieces, then we'll go back and clean them up. So right now, don't worry about trying to even it up, okay? This piece probably don't even match this piece, so it doesn't really matter. We're just gonna put it on there and go. Now, so after I do this, I'll cut the video because I have to do all these. In addition to, I put more thought into part of the table where we're gonna have the dice rolling and the dice and the dice, the money, the chips. So I know I said we should cut out 5 of these, and I'm thinking probably 8 of these. So basically that's just one more rip, because remember, 1 rip gets us 3 pieces. So just be on the safe side. I don't know if we're going to use them. I'm not 100% sure where I'm going as for the design. But one thing I hate doing is once I start building, I hate having to go back to the saw and cut more crap. So I'd rather cut a few more pieces right now and just have it ready on hand instead of, on the project. Oh, now I gotta go back and cut this. Because usually, there's stuff all in the way and I gotta move it all. So I'd rather just have the extra pieces. It's only 1 more stick, no big deal. So for me, it's like 5 more sticks. It's no big deal. I remember I had this extra. So after I buzz all these, I'm actually gonna go cut more of these so I have them on hand. But I don't need to show you that because I already showed you cutting these. So I guess, so I'll do the one really quick, show you, and then I'm gonna cut the feed and we'll see you the next time to start finally building. So, a little bit of glue. Like I said, it don't need to be a lot. And like I said, it doesn't need to, the main important thing is just to make sure it is flat on bottom and double tacking it, because we don't want, see, this may not be absolutely straight and we don't want this to dictate what this is doing. So you can, I don't know if you can see mine in the video, mine's up in the air, probably a good 3/4 of an inch right there. It's kind of bowed. We don't want, this is gonna straighten it up, but we don't want it to stay that way. So again, just push down real hard, both sides, and 2 times. And just keep on going all the way down. Maybe about every 6 inches or so, double tack it. Don't do a lot of area because we're gonna cut it, and we don't wanna be cutting into nails all the time. And you're still gonna probably cut into nails, but you don't wanna do it every single time cutting into nails. Just make sure you're getting this even and consistent. Oh man, okay, I think I'm shooting through. Let me go adjust my pressure. Damn it. It's okay, it's gotta reload anyway. So don't do what I just did and shoot through. All right, let me go adjust it again. Let's double check that. Okay, that's good. Looks like I adjusted it down to about 60. Let's go back and double tack these anyways, just in case. Now, if you feel the head sticking out, you definitely gotta go pump up the pressure, because we don't want the head sticking out, because we're gonna actually sand this. This is actually gonna be seen on the end of the design. You're actually gonna see this edge. All right, now we're back to where we were, all fixed. It's like, don't worry about having all these uneven edges, okay? That doesn't matter, okay? Just, we're gonna clean these up when we're done, and those will be cut off anyway. So just kind of look at it, see if it's consistent, make sure your line's pretty consistent. I mean, if you push down hard enough and you did that, you shouldn't have any problems. Like I said, this is the detail piece. This is the piece that's actually going to show when we're done. So that's all. This video is finally done. Took it in 3 different stages, but we're good to go. Like I said, I'm just going to do a bunch of these, and then I'm going to break this down, and I'm going to make some more of these just so I have them on hand, just in case I need them, which I'm pretty sure I'm going to need at least 1 per table. But like I said, there's what am I going to do with the other 2/4 of or 2/3 of a strip, right? So I'm just going to cut all 3 and then just go from there. All right, guys, so that's it. See you next time for the start building. All right, bye-bye.